You are the son of one of the most powerful billionaires in the world. You were born in a palace most people will only ever see in movies. Your bedroom is bigger than entire apartments. From the moment you opened your eyes, everything was already there waiting for you. The best schools, the best tutors, the best opportunities. Flown in, delivered, arranged. Life was never something you had to chase. It was something that adjusted itself around you. And at first, it felt normal, because you don't question the world you're born into. But slowly, something strange starts to develop. Nothing ever feels like it costs you anything. If you want something, it appears. If something breaks, it's replaced. If there's a problem, someone else solves it before it even reaches you. And at some point, your brain starts to lose something important: resistance. Because motivation doesn't come from having everything. It comes from not having something and needing to build your way toward it. That gap between where you are and where you want to be, that's what creates drive. That's what creates hunger. That's what creates identity. But in your world, that gap barely exists. And when there is no gap, there is no real internal push. At school, nothing really matters in the way it matters for others. You can try hard or not try at all, and the outcome is almost the same. The best universities already know your name. Doors are not opened for you, they are already unlocked. So when people talk about working hard for your future, it feels distant, like listening to something that applies to someone else's life, not yours. You understand the words, but you don't feel the meaning behind them. And that disconnect slowly becomes your normal state. Then comes something harder to explain: loneliness. Not the kind where you are physically alone, you are always surrounded by people. Staff, classmates, friends, assistants. But deep down, you start asking a question you never say out loud. If everything disappeared, would any of these people still be here? And you can never fully answer it, because money doesn't just change your lifestyle, it changes the structure of your relationships. Every interaction carries a slight uncertainty. Not everyone is fake, but you can never fully tell who is real. And that uncertainty stays in your mind constantly, quietly, in the background. Over time, something else happens. Pleasure stops working the same way. You travel to places others dream about: private islands, luxury cities, exclusive resorts. At first, it's exciting, but then your brain does what it always does. It adapts. What used to feel extraordinary becomes normal. What used to feel rare becomes routine. Even the most beautiful moments start feeling emotionally flat. Not because they are not valuable, but because your mind has already seen too much of them. This is where boredom becomes something deeper. It's not "I have nothing to do," it's "nothing feels like it means anything." And this is where many people in extreme wealth hit a wall. Because humans are not built to function without struggle. We are not designed to only receive. We are designed to build, to fail, to improve, to fight for something. And when that process is removed, something essential disappears with it. Then comes identity. Who are you when nothing you have achieved required real resistance? When your last name opens doors before you even knock? When success is expected, not earned? You start to realize something uncomfortable. Even your victories don't fully feel like yours, because deep down, you know the system was already built in your favor, and that creates a quiet internal tension that never fully goes away. At some point, you try to find meaning in other things: art, sports, business ideas, projects, but even there, something changes. The moment it becomes serious, it gets absorbed into a system. Planned, managed, guided, optimized. Even your creativity starts to feel like it belongs to something larger than you. So, slowly, you stop starting things. Not because you cannot, but because nothing stays purely yours. And that might be the most frustrating part of all. Because what you actually want is not more money, not more comfort, not more access. What you want is something real, something you can struggle for, something that doesn't arrive pre-built, something that gives you a reason to wake up and push forward. But in your world, almost everything arrives already completed, and that removes the very thing that makes life feel alive, the process of becoming. This is the paradox. From the outside, your life looks like absolute freedom, but from the inside, it can feel like a life without direction, because when there is no climb, there is no sense of movement, and without movement, even the highest place starts to feel empty. So here's the real question. Is having everything from the start actually a gift, or is the struggle the thing that makes life meaningful in the first place?